So, good afternoon. We are back again, and we've got a massive game this week. Big up the wifey with a cup of tea. Thank you very much. Fuck, that's hot. That's very hot. Fingers. My fingers are as red as my face now. Smash the likes up. We've got a massive game this week, and this game has kind of gone under the radar, really, due to the fact that there's a potential takeover bid. There's the Super League that was on, then off real quick, and it's been a bit of a madness the last 8 or 9 days, really, since that Super League broke. Everything's been just fast-paced, news coming out everywhere, left, right, and centre. And yeah, man, it's a bit of a mad one that everyone's kind of forgotten that we have got a massive game. And this is a game that if we don't win over 2 legs against this ex-manager of ours, I think he will get sacked. I genuinely believe that. The target at the start of the season was to get in the Champions League. This is the only hope we have left. We've got 3 games. We need to win over 2 legs. Doesn't matter whether it's a draw, goes to penalties, and we do them on penalties. But we definitely have to. We don't even need to win the final, really, do we? We can win on penalties. So potentially we don't have to win any of these 3 games, and we could still end up winning it. But as long as we're lifting that trophy, then we're in the Champions League. If we're not lifting that trophy, then we're finished. And as it stands right now, league position, we're kind of ruined as well. So it's a bit of a crazy one because the whole season started off with everyone buzzing with Thomas Partey signing, everyone excited, thinking that we're going to get top 4. Everyone saying that Mikel Arteta he trusts the process and all that, and hasn't really quite worked out like that, has it? And it's just been one of them seasons that I just want to forget. The quicker this season ends, the better, because it's been absolutely shocking. Some of the performances, or lack of, have been mad, absolutely mad. And half of these players look like they can't be bothered anymore, especially since that good run that we went on around Christmas time. We slapped up West Brom, we done Leeds. I think we beat Newcastle in that run. Since then, it's gone downhill rapidly. Like I say, some of the performances we put in have been an absolute disgrace. Some of the players have been an absolute disgrace. And we're coming up against Unai Emery, the former manager of the football club, who got sacked from Mikel Arteta. And it's going to go one way or the other. He's either going to somehow beat us and get to the final, or we're going to rub it in his face and say that's why you got sacked, because you weren't good enough. So it's going to be very interesting, because I don't know what the team news is. I haven't seen any of that. That hasn't been put out as far as I'm aware. But it'd be interesting to see if Aubameyang's fit and ready to play. I know he was training yesterday. I'm assuming he'd be back there again today. But is he ready, fit, available at the peak of his powers? Probably not. He's just recovered from malaria. And we don't know how that's going to affect him. Listen, when I see him on his Insta, he's like me. He's tall and he's skinny. But he did look like he'd lost a little bit of weight around his face as well. So I don't know how he's going to recover from that. I don't expect him to play, especially in the first leg, maybe the second leg. Maybe bed him in at the weekend in our game. I think we've got Newcastle Sunday, haven't we? 2:00. So Eddie Nketiah, not really good enough for the football club. Nicola Pepe, he's been in pretty decent form of late. I think he's a really good player. I tell you guys that all the time. Some of you like him, some of you don't like him. But I think, like the other day when we played Everton, I think despite him not actually having any shots on target, I do think that he was probably our most dangerous outlet. Bukayo Saka's been massively overplayed at times. Looks like he's shattered. And Unai Emery obviously gave Saka his debut. So he knows a lot about Bukayo Saka. He knows how to close down his threat. They'll probably double up on him. I think they've got Alberto Moreno at left back, not the greatest left back we've ever seen, but I'm sure that they'll double up on him. And if they stop him, then they kind of stop most of our attacks. Martin Odegaard came back in the other day. Didn't really do anything when he came on against Everton. Smith Rowe played all right. But again, I just think Smith Rowe maybe at times has been rested at the wrong times and then played at the wrong times, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes if a player's in a hot streak, you play him for a couple more games, then you give him a rest. This manager seems to give him a rest when they don't really need a rest, when they're in top of their powers and their form. So I don't really understand what this manager's doing, if I'm honest. I've said that from before he got the job. I'm sticking with it. I don't want him, and I want him potted. Win, lose, or draw. Whether he wins the final, if he gets there, I don't care. I want him gone. because when and if we do get into the Champions League, we're going to need a more tactically astute manager and somebody that can game manage games a lot better than this guy, because his game management is shocking. It's got to be up there with one of the worst managers in the league for game management. When we look at Unai Emery, people always go back and say, oh, but we conceded 31 shots against Watford. Yeah, we still drew with them as well, by the way. We didn't get battered or anything, did we? Yes, they had lots of shots, but we've been battered by a lot of teams this season. Aston Villa 3-0 at home. You know, that was just shocking. He should have been sacked after that. And if fans were in the ground, he probably would have been sacked, because one thing Arsenal fans can do when they're at a stadium is boo a manager and chant you're not fit to wear the shirt to players. So he's been very, very lucky, this manager, that he's not had fans in the ground. And he was sitting there giving it the Bertie the other day, saying that, oh, yes, I can't wait to have the fans back. Mate, you don't even know what's about to happen to you when the fans come back. So you don't really want the fans back right now, mate, that's for sure. Big up to everybody watching live. We're going to carry on. We're going to pin some comments. Yeah, come on, my guy, you know, that's a nice part of Spain as well. There's very nice, very nice. Spain, where I live, I don't know whether it's like that where you are, my friend, but it's absolutely hammering down rain. Look how red I got playing golf. Look at my neck, look. Yesterday I was looking all brown and that because the sun was shining through. Now the sun's gone, bro. I'm like a lobster. It's mad. It's actually mad. But yeah, hammering down in Spain today. Proper thunder and lightning and everything where I live. But anyway, Champions League's on tonight. I'll be back. Don't forget, I will be back for a live phone-in show tonight after the Real Madrid-Chelsea game. That's going to be a very interesting game as well, because Chelsea did sack their ex-player, Frank Lampard, an actual club legend of their football club. And he was 10th when they sacked him. They're now, I think they're 4th, aren't they? I think they're 4th in the table. And they're in a Champions League semi. They're in the cup final as well. And it just goes to show the turnaround if you do actually get rid of a manager for underperforming. And the one difference between us and Chelsea is we ain't got the ruthless streak that Chelsea have. Chelsea seem to just hire and fire, and they always come out smelling of roses. Like sometimes, yes, it might go tits for the rest of that season. Following season, they come back and win a title, or win the Europa League, or win the Champions League, or win the FA Cup. And I think they're going to beat Madrid. I really do. I think they're going to do Madrid. But let's read some of your comments out and then we'll carry on. How is 13 losses acceptable? Well, it's not for me anyway. It is for a lot of fans. Not for me. I've got high standards, mate. If it ain't the league title, or at least a push for the league title, bin. And people will sit there and say, yeah, but we haven't got the squad to do that. We ain't got the money to do that. We ain't got the owner to do that. Absolute rubbish. You know, how are Leicester up there? No disrespect to Leicester. I watched them again last night. Iniacho is on fire at the minute. And Iniacho in the last 2 months or so is keeping them single-handedly in that Champions League, because Jamie Vardy seems to have just disappeared. Like, he's doing a full Aubameyang right now. So I don't know what's happened to him. He can't buy a goal at the minute. Big up my guy. Take your time with it. My guy Sergio. Big Serge in the cup, bruv. I hope you're good, man. I hope Texas is treating you well. Hope you're well, buddy. And I hope the lovely weather out there. None of this hurricanes and all that crap. Hopefully it's nice and sunny for you, mate. And appreciate that, my guy. Big up my darling Joanne. I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm just having a chill day today. There's no sun. I can't go and sit in the garden. It's a little bit cloudy, a little bit rainy at times. So yeah, I'm just chilling today. Emery will slap us a new one. Mate, it's actually mad, bruv. Look, at the end of the day, if we lose to him over the 2 legs, then there is nobody, I'm sure, that can sit there and tell me that this guy is the guy to take us forward. I just don't see it. I think people will try and cling on to the very death, and people will be coming out saying, well, he's got to go, but I backed him for as long as anyone, and all that crap that people love to come out with, all the spin. It's almost like they're politicians at times, some of these football fans nowadays. But at the same time, if we do get to the final, then the Arteta love fest is going to be immense. It's actually going to be mad. Yes, you're right, Lee. Thank you. Good name, by the way. Come on. He did score last week. You're right. He did. I think that was his first goal in about 13 games, wasn't it? Or 16 games. Something stupid, wasn't it? How many other players at Leicester have got better under Brendan Rodgers? He does seem to coach these players and get a lot more out of them, doesn't he? And that's the problem we have with this manager. How many of these players at Arsenal have actually got better under Mikel Arteta. Everyone will sit there and say Saka. Has he actually got better under Arteta? He was balling under Unai Emery. So has he got better? This manager's played him in about 8 positions this season. Like, what's that all about? I don't really understand. I don't really get it. Real Madrid will destroy Chelsea 4-2. You reckon? I don't know, man. Chelsea don't really leak many goals. I know they did against West Brom, but I'm not too sure, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be a very cagey game, that one tonight. Emil Smith-Rowe says Black Badger. He says he's got better. Yeah, probably, because he was out on loan, wasn't he? So yeah, you could maybe say Smith-Rowe. Big up Henry Wright. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel as well. Man's in mourning for Mourinho. Come back. Oh dear. What a waste man performance, bruv. What was that all about at the weekend? It was crazy, really, wasn't it? And he didn't really want to cross halfway. It was kind of embarrassing, bruv. Winning finals ain't for everyone. I can't lie, bruv. Winning at Wembley is not for everyone. You know, Arsenal tend to... we should probably sell the Emirates and move to Wembley, because we win every time pretty much we play there, isn't it? It's probably our actual home rather than our second home. Do you ever consider doing stand-up comment? Man, you regularly have me rolling. Good stuff. Big up my boy Manny. You're a G, bro. I'm just naturally funny, mate. And when I have the ability to take the piss out of myself, bro, that's a good trait to have, you know, because I don't really take myself seriously half the time. Like, I know when to get serious, but I know when I can take the piss and have a laugh and stuff. But no, I'm happy with YouTube right now, man. I'm pretty happy with YouTube rather than with the stand-up. But listen, I'm open to all offers, bruv. If there's a company out there that want to sign me up on a big contract, bruv, it's all about the paper. Thank you for your donation, Manny. I appreciate that, man. You're a real one. Let's read some more of these. But I do think that this game against Villarreal is going to be very interesting for a couple of reasons. Not just because it's our ex-manager up against the current manager. It's that this guy that we're up against has won this competition 3 times in a row. He got us to the final in the first season managing us. He's got this dead Villarreal team to a semi-final in his first season. And if he ends up winning, I'm kind of worried. I can't lie. I would not be shocked one bit. He never improved Smith-Rowe. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he ends up winning the whole tournament. And can you imagine how embarrassing that would be for Arsenal if he ended up winning the tournament with Villarreal at his first attempt, but he couldn't get Arsenal to win it? That would actually be insane, really, wouldn't it? I'm just looking at the stats from the game that he had against Barcelona at the weekend. He was at home. They had 10 shots against Barcelona. Barca had 15, but Unai Emery's team had 1 shot less on target than Barca. And they had 10 men for a large part of that game. Let's see. They had a player sent off 25 minutes to go. Chukwueze scored, and then Griezmann equalised 2 minutes later, and then Griezmann scored the winner, which turned out to be the winner 9 minutes after Villarreal. So they scored 2 in 7 minutes, Barcelona. But I'm just looking at their starting 11. They played 4-4-2 in that game as well. They don't normally do that a lot in the league games. Normally they go with a 4-1-2-1-2 or a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-4-1. He mixes it up. He used to do it with us. He used to change formation quite a lot. He'd change it 3 or 4 times mid-game. Sometimes he'll play with a 3-1-4-2. Yeah, and he does have the ability to mix and match. The team he started was Asenjo in goal. Foyth at right back, who, as far as I know, is a centre back. Raul Albiol and Pau Torres, and then Alberto Moreno. Chukwueze right wing, Capu and Parejo, and Trigueros, who got sent off, and then Moreno and Paco Alcacer up front. Which that's actually insane that they even took the lead against Barca, had that many shots against Barca. I know they ended up losing. And I did see the highlights. Listen, Barcelona on another day could have slapped 6, but the fact and reality is they didn't. And he was in the game against one of the best teams in the league. That if they win their game in hand, Barca, they go top of the league, which is kind of mad considering how far Atletico Madrid were ahead of them and Real Madrid at one point. So yeah, it's actually crazy. Make sure you go and subscribe to Gunner Girl as well. Big up, darling. I hope you're well. I'd usually back Emery if it meant United don't win the trophy, though. if we're out, obviously. Do you think we're going to beat him? Do you think we'll beat him over the 2 legs? I'm not too sure. Like, I'm kind of worried about this game. I can't lie, because tactically, I think he's absolutely levels above this manager. In-game management, I think he's a lot better. He's more open. Like, we see that when he was our manager. Yes, we conceded a lot of shots, but we scored goals for fun that season. I remember the semi-final against Valencia. It was mad. We slapped 7 past them in a semi-final. Valencia are no mugs either. They're a decent team. So, yeah, this is going to be a very difficult game. And let's not forget his record in this competition, not just over the seasons that he's won it, but this season as well. If you have a look at the games he's had this season, clean sheet away to Salzburg, clean sheet away to Kiev, clean sheet away to Zagreb, who slapped 3 past Tottenham and knocked him out at that ground that he kept a clean sheet. So he is the expert at getting clean sheets away from home. We have to score goals away from home. If we don't score, I think we're finished. Even if we only score 1 and they score, which I think they will, if I'm honest, I do think that they're gonna bag a couple over the 2 legs. We really need to get a few away goals, because our home form is shocking. And if you we go and have a look at their fixtures, then go and have a look at see who they've got this weekend. They've got us, then they've got Getafe, which I think. No, Levante is there. No, Levante, it's not Getafe. Levante, they slapped 5-1. That's their local derby. Well, they slapped their fucking local derby 5-1 the other week. That's mad. And it was away. Slapped them 5-1 on their own ground. But they've got us, then they've got Getafe, then they've got us, and then Celta Vigo. So they ain't really got many tough games coming up. But where are they in the table? 7th in the table. They are 4 points off 5th. They're not getting in the top 4. They're 21 points behind. Sevilla are only 3 points off the top of the table. That top 4 race is, in fact, that title race is mad. 3 points separating 4 teams. And Barca, if they win, go top. So it'll put 4 points between 4 teams. See, who's the Farmers League now? It's the Premier League, isn't it? You know, title races in every league apart from the Premier League. So, yeah, I'm kind of worried. And like I said, the performances that I've seen from his team in this competition, they do score goals, and they score them comfortably, and they score them early. Yeah, like very early. Like every time I've seen them in the last 3 or 4 games in Europa, they're 1-0 up real quick. And as soon as they get 1-0 up, the one thing I will say that maybe gives us the advantage is the fact that I think his last 3 ties in the knockout stage against the 3 teams, I said he kept clean sheets. He was away first, so he could go there, park the bus, counter attack, bish bash bosh, get the goal, sit back and defend. Whereas he's playing at home, so it's going to be a different setup, different approach for him. I still expect him to go 4-4-2, because that's how he got us to the final with Lacquer and Abba bagging for fun. That's how he won it with Sevilla 3 times. You know, so that's how he's got this lot. And listen, this lot are shocking. I don't even know how he's got them to the semi-final. So we've got to be very careful of that. And if we don't score a couple of goals at their ground, I don't see us qualifying, because I don't think that we're good enough to keep clean sheets, especially at the Emirates as well, which has been, it's been a nightmare this season. The games at home, it's been absolutely disgusting, some of the performances we've seen at home. So yeah, man, I think we've got to go there and bag goals, and it's going to be interesting to see who's fit. Obviously, I don't think Lacazette's going to make it. Aubameyang, I said earlier, he was training as far as I'm aware, but he's coming back from malaria. I don't see him starting, and if he does start, does anyone rely on him these days? Because he's got ozolitis. That guy's just disappeared, bruv. Mad. Big up to Joseph. Keep up the good work. Arteta and Kroenke out. Big up to you, my guy. Thank you for your donation. Make sure you're slapping these likes up as well. Make sure you're subscribed. I will be back after the Chelsea game tonight. I've got another stream about R5 as well, live stream. So come and check that out. Make sure notification bell is on and turned on your phone as well, because a lot of you, I think there's about 12,000 of you, have got notifications on. I thought 14,000, but I think 3,000 you ain't even switched them on your phone. So make sure you got them on your phone, or you ain't getting a notification. And you'll never be, you're jumping and go, I didn't get notified. That's because you ain't got it on your phone. Paco Alcacer is better than Aubameyang. He has been this season. That's definitely true. Good evening is doing up custom tactics like FIFA. Well, do you know what? That's the one thing I used to like about Unai Emery. There was quite a few things I liked about him. I love the fact that he gave Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli a chance. Willock used to play a lot. Guendouzi was playing. He used to put the kids in, Maitland-Niles at right back, you know, and I did like that. But at the same time, I did like the fact that his in-game management of games, most of the time, I know there was a few games that he nosed up, but most of the time, I think he was really good. And like, there was games where that I'd be at the ground and I'd think, bruv, you're getting skinned down this right-hand side. Like, you need to switch it. Half-time, sub. Yeah, no mucking about. And I remember watching something where he said that I make subs early as possible in a game if I think that I've not got something right. He goes, saying that gives me the best opportunity for the longest amount of minutes to rectify that. Whereas this manager will wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and then just throw everyone on with 10 minutes to go. And it's like, well, you're giving yourself 10 minutes. Why don't you do that at half time? You got 45 then, isn't it? But what do I know? I ain't got me coaching badges. Any news on Laka and Abba? I'm not sure about Laka. Abba's training, but like I said, I don't know if he's going to be starting or not. For me, I'd go with Smith Rowe on the left. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. I'd go Smith Rowe on the left, Odegaard number 10, Pepe right, Martinelli up front. But we all know that if neither of them two, Laka or Abba, start, Eddie's up front. We know this already. So I know that Balogun didn't start for the under-23s. He weren't even in the squad yesterday, I think. I think the game was yesterday. Didn't even start. He weren't in the squad. So that looks promising that he could potentially play. Guendouzi was balling. Bruv, I met Guendouzi on his debut, bruv, yeah? Like, he was really nice, actually. Very nice kid. Very nice. I like Guendouzi, man. I'd get him back straight away. I think he's a really good player, man. The one downside was that Unai Emery just overplayed him way too much, man. Like, he needed oh shit, I forgot Saka, didn't I? Oh dear. Well, maybe we should put Smith Rowe in the middle at number 10. Then we'll go Saka on the right, Pepe left, and Martinelli up front. You lot miss nothing, I swear. You lot are crazy. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go Pepe left, Saka right, Smith Rowe number 10, Martinelli up front. Odegaard came on against us against Everton the other day, didn't he? So he didn't really do anything. But I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Listen, it don't really matter what team we pick. We know that he ain't picking it. He don't pick the right teams. We'll probably see Xhaka. I reckon as well, right? He's going to put Xhaka back in midfield for this game. And he'll put Cedric at left back. That's what I think he'll do, because he'll think that it's an away game. We can try and dictate the flow. Xhaka will cut in and drop back. He'll drop into left back. Cedric could get forward more, put some crosses in the box and stuff like that. So I think that that's something that he'll probably do. If he does, I think we're finished. I wouldn't play Xhaka full stop. Yeah, I think that it's no coincidence that Danny Ceballos' performance pick up when Xhaka ain't in the middle with him, and he ain't got to cover Granit Xhaka's cock-ups. I'd personally drop Leno. I don't rate him. I've never rated him. We sold our best keeper. I'd go with Matt Ryan in goal. I think he commands the box a bit better. Yeah, his kicking might not be as good, but listen, Leno's kicking's hardly spectacular, is it? He punches everything. We need a goalkeeper that commands his area. And yeah, it's yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd start Rat Ryan. Rat Ryan. I'd start Rat Ryan in goal. Big up Cassie. Malaria is serious. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm not so sure he's going to start, mate. Yeah, like, I know somebody has had that. It took them months to get back on their feet properly, man. Yeah, Rat Ryan's fully a rat, bruv. Man's Arteta out. And if you're Arteta out, you're a rat. Big up to Anthony. Thanks for your donation, mate. If Nketiah starts, we're out. Abba won't be ready. Malaria's no joke. We know Sangria Southgate won't start Martinelli or Balogun. We're banging trouble. And this is the thing as well. Let's not forget here, yeah? This manager that we're up against, Emery, has never, ever, ever in his managerial career lost a knockout tie in the Europa League. Never. Every time it's either been group stage, as far as I'm aware. No, in fact, he's not. No, I don't think it's even that. No, it's not. He won it 3 times in a row with Sevilla. He was in Champions League with PSG. And then he got straight to the final with us. Interesting. And now he's in the semi-final with Valencia, Villarreal even. So, yeah, he's never lost a Europa League knockout, which is mad. Big up my guys on Facebook. Make sure he's smacking the likes up. Make sure you're slapping the likes up on YouTube as well. Some of your comments are so funny, man. I can't even read half of these out. Xhaka is useless. I can read that one out. You can see Pepe getting dropped for Odegaard. Bro, he'd probably fucking play, I don't know, he'd probably put Nketiah left wing back or something. That's what this manager does, mate. It's a mad one. Arteta can't even beat Fulham. Exactly. This is the thing, right? I've always said this, yeah, since this manager's had the job. I'm not worried about playing the likes of Chelsea and Man United and teams like that, because we actually tend to do all right against the better teams. I'm worried when we do play the likes of Fulham and Burnley and Aston Villa and Wolves and Brighton, yeah, because we've been consistently crap against them for years, you know, because I think that the mentality of this football club is just an absolute disgrace. Like, it's mad. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Man said he'll probably play Willian. Oh, bruv, don't. No, I don't even. I didn't even think about William, man. Now you mention that, it wouldn't surprise me either because of his work rates. I won't be surprised if Bellerin comes back in. Francis Coquelin's to score the winner at the Emirates. Yeah, Francis Coquelin plays for this lot, for anybody who doesn't know. He does still play for them. Was he playing at the weekend? Did he get a sub appearance at the weekend? Let's have a little look. Let's see if he played against Barcelona. If it lets me click on it. What's going on here? Where are we? Where are we? Smash the likes up while I'm finding this. Where is it? Oh, there's Kiev. That's who we play. Oh, I'm well up. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Barcelona. Let's have a look at the lineups. Nope. Are they allowed 5 subs in that league? I didn't know that. They got 5 subs. I didn't realise they were allowed 5 in there. Oh, he did get on. Francis Coquelin did come on in the second half. Francis Coquelin, you know. Do you remember Ramiro Funes Mori as well, that used to play for Everton? He's playing for Villarreal. Carlos Bacca's about 90 years old. He still plays for him. Who else they got that we recognise? I think that's probably about it. Mario Gaspar. Danny Parejo is a pensioner. Etienne Capu is a pensioner. Raul Albiol, Alberto Moreno, 1/4. They got some proper B-Tech players, and they're in a semi, which is why it's not going to be easy, because he's got these punching well above their weight. But yeah, as it stands right now, I'm not confident one bit. But listen, there's not even 200 likes on this video. You lot are taking the piss. 535 people watching. We're on 157 likes. Smash the likes up. I'll do 2 more minutes, and I will be back again at 5:30. So make sure you're tuned in, and then I'll be back straight after the Chelsea game against Real Madrid, and we'll do a video call-in show. Big up Gracious Greek as well. Even Socrates came back to the Emirates and won. Could you imagine? Could you actually imagine? Yeah, this is a very good point as well. Chukwueze will rip Xhaka to shreds if he plays left back. Chukwueze is who we thought Pepe was. Bro, I still rate Pepe. I like him. But that kid is very good, man. Nigerian boy. Chig's been rating him for time. And if Xhaka plays at left back, it's game over. Because that boy will have him on strings, literally on strings. And he scored at the weekend against Barcelona as well. So it's not going to be an easy one. What are you talking about at 5:30? I genuinely have no idea. I need to have a little think, but I will be back at 5:30. So yeah, make sure you've set your alarm. Make sure you set the alarm. Ceballos and Bellerin are very good. It's the coach's fault they're not performing. Bruv, I don't know what high grade you're smoking, my guy, but nah, back it. Back it. Like, real talk. Bellerin's the worst footballer I've ever seen, mate. Real talk, he is the worst footballer I've ever seen. He's got no first touch. He's got no awareness. I could sit here for an hour and tell you all the shit he can't do. Ceballos is not as bad as we all make him out to be, but he ain't good enough for us if we have aspirations of climbing up the table. Do you think it's true that Arsenal plan to get rid of 7 players? No, because I see that was from Football London, who put an exact total figure on it of £124.2 million. Like, come on, man. The PR is already coming out. Yeah, like, it's just ridiculous. And this is what the club get them to do. The club and the journalists go hand in hand. The club get them in. and they say, look, we need you to take the heat off of Stan Kroenke. Like, what we do is we say like this, and this, and blah, blah, blah. And then they flood the fucking thing. Watch how many times Watts, Benj, Wheatley, and Ornstein put out the propaganda in the next 4 weeks. Yeah, as soon as this season's done, watch it get even more. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Insane. Imagine if Emery ends the process, says Aaron. Bruv, the process didn't even get off the ground because it was a fake one in the start. It's a PR process, bruv. PR. That's all it is. Bruv, these journalists just twerk to get in line and see who can jockey for position to get the big scoop with Josh in the summer. That's it. Yeah, it's embarrassing how they work, man. Big up for the donation, my guy. Make sure you are slapping these likes up. Come on, man. Let's get these likes through the roof. And if you're watching on Facebook or Twitch as well, share the stream. That would be great. Let's go. Let's do 3 more. Gerard Moreno has 25 goals currently. Yes, he has had a very good season. Why do people who say Arteta is levels above Emery now scared of Emery? Bruv, I'm going to tweet that. Thank you very much. I'll put that out on Twitter in a minute. Big up to all the real ones in the cup, bruv. Mad. How on earth did Emery get the PSG job? Bruv, he won Sevilla the Europa League 3 times in a row. That's basically the equivalent of West Ham winning the Europa League 3 years in a row. Yeah, beautiful city as well. Big up my boy Jolien, who lives in Sevilla. And Sevilla Stadium, although I've not been in it, when I went back to Spain last year, I went to Betis and Sevilla. Betis are like the Tottenham of that city. Yeah, you can tell that like their stadium's falling down, man. It's mad. I literally could have climbed in and walked around the pitch. I decided not to because Spanish police don't fuck about. So yeah, it's mad. It's actually mad. Big up to Guna Eagle Eye in the building. Make sure you subscribe. Which one? There's a few. Make sure you subscribe. Chig's link's in the description of this video as well. Make sure you subscribe to him. Let's go with 3 more and I'm going because I've done more than I wanted to. 3 more. 3 more and I'm going. Slap the likes up. Yeah, maybe that's a fair point, Maz. Maybe Sevilla or Leicester rather than West Ham. That's a good point. Big up to Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan 13. Playing Xhaka at left back seems to be really working out for this manager. Mate, yeah. Do you know what was funny? Thanks for your donation, mate. Do you know what's funny, yeah? Is this is where you can see the level between Ancelotti and this manager. Because Richarlison's been bang average most of this season. He has glimpses of quality. Like, he scores a great goal here and there. Yeah, but I don't think he's like up there as one of the best players or anything like that in the league. Yeah, I don't even think he's their best player. But it's funny because Ancelotti's played him left wing all season and put Iwobi right wing most of the time. Well, that game he said, yep, Xhaka at left back. Yeah, Richarlison. Yeah, get yourself over there, mate. Get over there. Go on, you just go and rip him a new one. Man sent him back to the shop for milk, bruv. Yeah, and asked him to bring the receipt back. Yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's funny, man. Absolutely funny. Soon as I see Richarlison get spinning, and Xhaka got back into a good position, to be fair. But as soon as I see Richarlison on that one-on-one with him, I was like, that's like Mahrez. That is prime Mahrez position. That's skipping along, one-on-one, loads of quick like step overs. You could go left, he could go right. As soon as I see Richarlison now, I was like, game over. Game over. Because when he's got a 10-yard run on you, the guy's relentless. Yeah, but he hasn't had that a lot this season because he plays left side rather than right side. And normally the quality of right and left back is better than ours. But listen, on that bombshell, I'm going to get myself out of here. All have a wonderful afternoon. I'll be back about 5:30. Big up to everyone who's slapped a like on the video. Big up to everyone who's put a chat in. Listen, I can't read them all. There's thousands. So apologies if I have missed your chats. Big up to everyone who's put a super chat in as well. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go and chill out for a few hours. Come on, there's not even 200 likes on this, you rats. Get the rat army assembling. And let's go. We're out of here.